Weiss, the Abel Body Experts, and this is the Coach 'em Up session. Coach, I want to talk today. Most of my Coach 'em Up sessions, folks, are based on emails that I get from clients or just general inquiries. And I want to talk today that people don't realize that some exercises particularly don't lend themselves to working to failure. In other words, the risk factors are very high by trying to go to failure. The ones that come to mind for me are lunges, one-legged press, deadlifts, even bench press for that matter, and of course squats, but we don't do low rep squats anyway. And you know, the idea there is we got to talk about relative failure and absolute failure. You can check out those two on another Coach 'em Up clip. But what you want to do on these big lifts, because of the risk factors, especially if you're an intermediate trainee, is stop short of relative failure, maybe within a 1 to 2 rep range. The less experience you have, the shorter to failure you need to cease the set. Just those movements. Other moves lend themselves just fine to failure. But those ones, the risk factors of the glute ham tie-in come to mind, and the low back risk, core collapsing, things like that. You see a lot of that too, Coach. People, specific exercises, they feel a twinge or a tweak here and there.
Yeah, what I try and get people to think about is technical failure is what I call it, but it's essentially if you can't do another rep without your technique breaking down, then you've reached failure for a big power exercise, like you said, any of the big movements like that. You don't want to be doing deadlifts to failure where your last three reps you're putting yourself in danger, so yeah, you got to know when to shut it down.
Especially those big moves. Now, most people will know that I'm always an advocate of training to failure, so that seems like a contradiction, but it's not. We're talking about within the context of the workout itself. So again, some exercises just don't lend themselves for training to failure, especially absolute failure. This has been a Coach 'em Up.